Sully Erna's in town and hanging out here. We stream it, WEDG.com on Rock Radio 103 The Edge. Sully, I want to say thanks for coming in, first of all. And you're back out on the road solo. And so what was it? Was it the first time around, second time around that felt that good that you wanted to get back out?
Yeah, you know, I first of all, it's the first time I've been single in a long time, so I like to keep myself busy. So my focus now has been shifted to my career and my daughter, you know, which frees up a lot of time for me. And when Godsmack's not working, I like to, you know, do something. So whether it's playing solo or I've been doing some new stuff in TV and film and things like that, I just like to stay busy, you know. I'm the one who complains when I'm on the road too long because I'm tired and my bones hurt, and then when I get home like a week later I'm like, okay, I have ants in my pants and I have to leave.
Well, when it's someone like you and you're capable, Sully, of doing a lot of different things, whether it's a movie, a TV show, a poker tournament, what draws you to playing music on the road when you know Godsmack's working? Godsmack's got a new album right now. Yeah. You could just as easily be like, you know, I'm going to take a break for a second. What makes you want to go out there with an acoustic guitar?
Well, it's a whole different texture for me. It's a whole different emotion, you know. From what we do with Godsmack, it's so big and loud and fast and strong, and the solo stuff that I've kind of built over the years is a lot. It's a much different emotion. It's a much different attitude, you know. It's just it's a bit more hypnotic and just. I don't know what the word is, vulnerable, you know, and I love playing stripped down, you know. When I'm home a lot, that's what I do. I'll just mess around on an acoustic or play my piano, and a lot of times I just come up with really cool songs that I don't necessarily feel are right for Godsmack, but they're still beautiful songs in a sense, and I wanted to make sure I had a home for them, so that's what kind of started this whole, whole snowball effect with doing the solo stuff.
Do you feel that like you're also getting a break from logistics? And by that I mean the production that goes into a Godsmack show, all of the people that you have to be surrounded by to make a big Godsmack show happen. Is it also something that's kind of, I need to step away from that too?
Well, yeah, I mean, it's always good, you know, anything in excess is bad, you know, so it's like always nice to step away from some of those things, and because it makes you appreciate it a lot more when you go back to it, you know. And I love the guys in Godsmack. Everyone's doing great, everyone's in good health and getting along great, and we're working hard, and we're going to be continuing to tour throughout all of 2015. I think we're hitting Australia in February, and then we do the States in April, May. We're going to do June, July-ish in Europe, and then back in the States probably for a fall run. So we have plenty of work to do with Godsmack for sure on this album. And in the meantime, you know, there's a month off here, a month off there, so, you know, I don't mind running a 2 or 3 week solo tour and sticking that in too, because I really like to keep this music alive with the audiences as well. It's a completely different audience sometimes.
Let me ask you, what are you opening yourself up to, the good and the bad? What are you opening yourself up to when you do a solo project and solo tours? You know, inevitably, probably the first time you went out, the first question is you got to ask, well, what's going on with Godsmack and all that kind of stuff. But also, what kind of good things do you get out of doing a solo project?
Well, peace of mind, for one, you know. I'm not babysitting 4 other guys or 3 other guys, and, you know, there's just, like I said, there's a lot more that goes into a Godsmack production because there's so many different components and there's so many different production aspects of it. It's really, you know, it becomes overwhelming at times just to make sure everything fires perfectly, because there's a lot of different elements to that show, but there's a lot of different elements to the solo stuff as well. You know, I seem to be the kind of person that, you know, when I create my art, I also see visuals with it, or I see a show that goes along with it. So it's not just about the music sometimes, it's also about the presentation of the band.
Well, what about the nerves too? It's got to be a different kind of adrenaline going into each thing, right?
Yeah, but you know, again, see, I've always related Godsmack to like more of a full contact sport, right. You know, and the solo stuff is more like a seduction. So you kind of, you know, you get nervous before you go into a fight if you're a UFC fighter, you know, and that's right. The kind of thing I relate Godsmack to. But I also get nervous before you touch a woman sometimes if she's really hot and you're not sure if she likes you.
You're batting out of your league.
That's the solo stuff, you know what I mean? So it's 2 different sets of nerves, but they both just translate to be you know, something really positive, and and something that's more about anticipation than it is nervousness, you know. Sometimes you just want to get out there and let's just go. I can't wait any longer, you know. Run the intro, let's just get through the first song and then you're good.
Sully Erna's in town tonight over at the Rib. Get to WEDG.com for all the ticket info on that. You want to hear a song? Well, I want to hear a song. Do you want to play a song?
Sure, I can play a song.
Cool. Why don't you tell us what we're going to hear?
This is a song off the Avalon record. It's called Sinner's Prayer, and I actually wrote this song with Sylvester Stallone, believe it or not.
Really?
Yep. This was a song that he reached out to me on and wanted me to do a main title sequence for the first Expendables. And he was looking for kind of a cool acoustic-y, vibey song, and he had some lyrics, so he sent me these lyrics.
Did you initially read the lyrics in your best Stallone impression?
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you this much. When I met him, I couldn't help but going like, oh my God, it's Rocky. Like,
right.
Not meet him and go, you know, he created the movie that was the American Dream. And
right.
He's probably, I don't know if there's a bigger action hero in the world, you know?
No.
So it was very surreal meeting him, and it was, he was such a nice guy. But yeah, he actually had some you know, like a poem that he was writing down or some just general lyrics about his character in the Expendables. So I took a handful of the lyrics and I brought them home and I just started working on this piece, and it came together very quickly. Probably in, I don't know, an hour or two, I had the song finished and just kind of blended a lot of his lyrics into the things that, you know, I had on my mind about the song. And it actually, you know, it didn't make the theatrical cut, but it made the director's cut.
Oh, cool.
The scene was initially the opening scene in the movie, and then something happened with the picture company, and they changed out the scenes or whatever. But he liked it better the original way, so he made a director's cut and kept the song in it.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah.
Can't wait to hear it.
So this is called Sinner's Prayer. To love the right, yet do so wrong. To be the weak, yet burn to be so strong. Go rider, although your ride has been through life. Go rider, see your soul through the devil's eyes. If I could live my life again, would I live that life in sin? Go rider, go right into the night. Go rider, now see your soul through a woman's eyes. And I am sinner, I hold my prayers up to the sun. And I am sinner, oh, heaven's closed for what I've done. For what I've done, yeah. What have I done? What have I done? And I am sinner, I hold my prayers up to the sun. Oh yeah, and I am sinner, oh, heaven's closed for what I've done. And I am sinner, I hold my prayers up to the sun. Oh yeah, and I am a sinner, oh, heaven's closed for what I've done. Heaven's closed for what I've done.
I wanted to let that fade all the way out. That sounded nice. Sully is in. He's playing tonight over at the Riv. Now, Sully, first of all, great job on this. We just found out, at least I just found out that there was a collaboration with Sylvester Stallone.
Imagine that.
And so now, the first time you played it on your official solo tour, your first show was in Buffalo, and that was up in Niagara Falls technically, but a lot of surprises in it. Yep,
the Bears Den. I remember that place.
That's right. It's still around. A lot of surprises in it. A lot of surprises in your solo shows. What have you taken that to where you go now?
Where I take it to what?
Like what kind of surprises are in your show now?
Oh well, the show is pretty consistent in the sense of what I have done is there's times where I run strictly solo, like just me on a stool with an acoustic or a piano.
Right.
And that's a little bit more of like a storyteller's kind of evening. And then I brought out Avalon, which was an 8-piece ensemble, and that was really a more like theatrical kind of show. It was more like a Pink Floyd-y vibe where the music just did the talking, a lot of video screen, footage and stuff like that kind of took you on a musical journey. And this round, I actually took some pieces of the Avalon band, so I do have a band playing with me. So it's a little bit of a hybrid. So we're doing some Avalon stuff. There's some really cool video imagery and things like that we sync up to the music at times. And we do some, a couple of Godsmack covers. I'll do some new songs and even some cover songs that that people seem to enjoy, and a little bit of storytelling. So it's a little bit of both, both of the different solo shows I've done in the past.
When you're putting together a show like this and a tour like this, and you're thinking about your own songs and Godsmack songs and some cover songs in there, have you stumbled across a song that you kind of figured out and then you're like, oh, that's in forever, I'm going to play that song, whether it's yours or someone else's, that's going to be a part of my repertoire for as long as I play music?
Yeah, well, on the solo stuff, for sure, there's a song called Until Then that I perform on the piano, and it's usually done with me and a cellist. And it's kind of pays tribute to the men and women of the armed forces. And I'm not really sure what it is about that song, but there's just something about the emotion of it that is just so beautiful to me, and it's so deep and it's so heavy that I've always really enjoyed that song. I wish I would have put it out as a single. I wasn't really sure what format of radio it belonged on,
Right.
I would imagine it's the same format that would probably play, Elton John songs or Billy Joel and things like that. But that song is just, there's something very special about that song to me, and it's always been my favorite. One of the favorite pieces I've written. When
you think about now, and maybe it's something that you're afforded because of how long you've been playing music, but you talk about writing songs that fit better for Godsmack and maybe fit better doing solo, or maybe even fit better to just hand off to someone else to do a project, and you're able to do those kinds of things now. I wanted to ask you, if you wrote Voodoo today, would that be a Godsmack song still?
Probably not.
That's something I wonder about that.
Yeah, you know why? Because I've really been kind of learning over the years, like what the Godsmack audience really wants out of Godsmack, and then what people expect out of the solo stuff, and I've kind of separated the two. There's, for me, I love playing acoustic sometimes with Godsmack, but now that I've taken the solo thing and the Avalon record and that kind of material, and have taken it even deeper down the rabbit hole into that vein of music, I really feel like it's more appropriate in that lane than it is for Godsmack sometimes, where I feel like Godsmack's real strength is within the big, tough, powerhouse stuff.
Yeah. So it's amazing what time does to things like that in the frame of mind, and it's probably something that comes along with confidence, isn't it? Yeah. Just knowing.
And I would have probably recorded it a little bit different too, because it really is a cool, like, eerie song.
Sure.
And it's haunting and stuff like that, and that fits more in this eclectic style that I do solo.
Have you ever thought of re-recording it?
I haven't, but now I'm thinking about it.
Cool. All right, well, what are we going to hear next from you today, Sully?
This is a song called Eyes of a Child. And I actually wrote this song during, I think it was like around 2003, 2004. This is one of the older solo songs that I ended up putting out on Avalon. And it was just a song about, I was actually folding laundry one day in my house. And the news was on, which I never watch. It just happened to be on this channel. And I seen like this kind of circle candlelight thing going on with all these people in a group, and it just kind of caught my attention, so I hit the volume on it just to see what it was about. And it was actually kind of sad. It was about these people that were mourning the death of these young children that had passed away through AIDS and stuff like that. And it just started getting me thinking, like, just what we've done to ourselves with these kind of these plagues that overwhelm the world sometimes, and I just felt it was real. And I had this piece of music, and it was always kind of a deep piece of music, and so I started writing about that, because I usually find myself writing about whatever affects me emotionally. I never really write when I'm happy, which is a problem I need to have checked, because
creativity needs the depression.
Yeah, man. I don't know what it is, man, but I don't know. I feel like I always pick up a pen and paper, or I pick up a guitar when I'm just kind of low, and that's usually when I find some things. So I'm working on writing stuff that's a little bit more positive and upbeat. But some of that stuff I say for Godsmack, and other stuff is, we'll get there eventually. It's a process.
Nice.
It's like alcoholism, You
Yeah.
can't just stop drinking. Light the flame, hands are turning away, restless souls are crying to release them from the pain. They can't take the pain, no. Time so wasted, it wastes away. Resurrect me, Jesus Christ. I'm so lonely for you. Hear the children cry, but one by one they die. Can't you help them? Look what we've done to ourselves, yeah. Eyes of a fallen child, taking away the innocence of life. Deliver me out from this pain, and I will live through you again. Whoa, through the eyes of a child. Whoa, downpouring rain. But death comes with a shame. We look away, feel the stains of blood-soaked tears made from their fears. Helpless ones, all alone, why don't we stand by their side? Whoa, by their side, yeah. The eyes of a fallen child, taking away the innocence of life. Whoa, through the eyes of a child. Whoa, through the eyes of a child.
Outstanding. Sully, thank you. First of all, thank you so much for coming in. Sully Erna playing tonight over at the Riviera Theater. Ticket info is at wedg.com, and I highly recommend you checking out that sample alone right there is just enough to show you how much you don't want to miss this show. Again, I appreciate you coming in. Thanks. Good luck in the future, everything with Godsmack. I'm sure we'll see you coming back around, and you promised us a free new song, right?
Oh, yeah. All right, you know what's funny too, man? This is actually a song I wrote a couple years ago about a really special person in my life, and they're not that far from here. So.
Oh, really?
Interesting. Yeah, you know.
Sweet.
But it's a song called "Fall into Black." Another uplifting song. Take out your razor blades. I'm just kidding. Yeah, this is a song called "Fall into Black." Let's see if I can pull this off. I haven't done this one in a little bit. Cool. How could have I ever known that you were meant to be mine all along? You seem to think I came and taught you something, but it was you I feel that was sent to me. Now I believe. Everything is past. I'm falling to black. And now I sit here and pray. Oh, how I can't wait to taste you one day. For all those things we've ever done, I beg, give us our chance to prove our love and swallow up the sun and live as one. I beg, even though I can't touch you, even though I can't hold you, I'll stand by your side till everything goes by, till everything is past. I'm falling to black, even though I can't touch you. Oh, even though I can't hold you, I'll stand by your side till everything goes by, till everything is past. I'm falling to black. I'm falling to black. Falling to black. Falling to black. Falling to black.
Awesome. Sully Erna. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you.